Explosive, you're back, and today it's Season 3 of MLB The Show. We have a huge content drop today with Season 2 cards disappearing forever. They're gone. Useless. Of course, you have 3 wildcard spots. Pretty easy. But today we're going to be looking at the roster update, man. Ton of guys that we invested in the Discord. Go join the Discord, and you'll make a ton of stubs. Because so far, I haven't looked too much, but it looks like this update was huge. Now, I'm sorry I couldn't stream today. You know, I had a 7-hour lab. I don't really know what happened there. You can thank the professor in the comments. But we're back, and I'm bringing this video as soon as I can. We got a bunch of content coming today. How to do Team Affinity fastest, Team Affinity tier list, bunch of good stuff. So make sure to stay tuned. I'm grinding Team Affinity for the first time since Season 1. I think it's worth it. So we'll talk about that later. But looking at the actual roster update, that's why you're all here. Aaron Judge, all these high diamonds, nobody really cares because, you know, we're not really investing in these high diamonds in the first place. Ketel Marte and Tariq School, man, they were early season investments. All these early season investments are now 90 plus overall. You like to see it. It's wholesome. It's a wholesome thing to be looking at these guys. Garrett Crochet, rip. But let's see. Here we have somebody, the first person that's relevant. Paul Skeens to 87 overall. So, you know, we had him projected as about an 86, borderline 87. We told people to still hold on to him. He could go up. So I'm glad we had people hold on to him. You know, Paul Skeens, you know, usually in the live stream, guys, I give the players a bit of a pep talk, right? So Paul Skeens, I appreciate everything you've done, man. You know, but it's time to sell him. So we're gonna have some buys and sells this episode. The 6th episode of the year, right? 6th roster update. But Paul Skeens, it's finally time to send him to the promised land at an 87 overall. He probably could go 90 plus, but just cash out right now. He's what, 4,500 per now. You definitely take your stalls. Raisel Iglesias, the biggest heavy hitter of the update by far, guys. We had him as an 84 overall projected, and SDS kind of did right by him. I said this in my projection video. I said Raisel Iglesias deserves Diamond the way he's been playing. Were they going to give him Diamond? I said probably not. You know, I don't trust San Diego Studios to give anything more than a +2. They did right by him. This guy he threw a perfect game. Like, his last 9 innings pitched were immaculate. Give him a +6 to 86 overall. And guess what? We said invest in him when he was 400 stubs. So many stubs were made. Generational wealth made on Raisel Iglesias. Go become a member. Show support in the comments. All that good stuff. Huge boost right there for the kid. Keep going. Let's take a look. Francisco Lindor finally went Diamond. Bunch of weird, you know, some slight downgrades here and there, but big contact right and power left boost gives him the +1 overall. We had him as a Diamond lock. He goes +1. 3,000, you know, that's free stubs. Don't mind don't mind it. Cash out on Lindor, guys. Cash out. Yainer Diaz, had him as a borderline buy as well. A guy that we were potentially putting back orders on. So if you did that, congrats. They give him a +2 to Diamond. I kind of like the actual, you know, the specific stat boost they gave him. I think it fits his IRL stats pretty well. +2, you sell Yainer Diaz. Josh Hader. Josh Hader goes +1. They maxed out his hits per 9. No more room for that to be going up. Gave him some slight downgrades across the board, it seems like, for the stuff that actually matters. But he gets the +1, and you sell Josh Hader. That's huge. Griffin Jacks. This is a really, really good job by San Diego Studios right here so far. All the guys that I thought, you know, they deserve Diamond. I don't trust San Diego Studios. They gave him Diamond. Griffin Jacks gets the bump. He deserved it, and he goes +2. Huge. Sell him. Hunter Green +3. Oh, man. I think we just made people so much stubs. This is the main candidate I was recommending to do back orders on. Hunter Green, they give a +3 to. He was projected to be an 83 overall. The reason they definitely gave him that +2 and even bumped him up a bit more, this guy has elbow inflammation. He might not even pitch the rest of the season, and he pitched really solid. You know, this last roster update period prior to the injury, so they kind of bumped him up a little bit for that reason. I'm fine with it. They gave him an 84 overall. That is huge, man. We had people investing in him at 600 stubs. Back orders at 750, 700. You're going to double your stubs, triple your stubs. It's easy money on Hunter Green. You can go ahead and sell him because of the injury. Trying to see who else we were investing on. Salvador Perez, some people were looking at. I never really suggested buying him. He gets a really weird boost. This is the thing, guys. Guys that have Diamond hitting, you want to stay away from. Tyler O'Neill +1. He was a guy that we were doing back orders on, potentially even buying for a potential Diamond boost. You can see he gets a +1. He gets some love. Kate Smith, who I said buy as a common, Buddy is now an 84 overall. You like to see that? Honestly, I don't remember if people in the Discord were investing in him. I would have to check with StubSoft and good talk, bud. Jackson Merrill gets a +1. People were telling me this guy was going to be getting a +3 to Diamond. I said, you're out of your damn mind. They gave him a +1 at 83. And honestly, 83 is where I think he deserves to be. Brian Wu, +1. This one hurts a little bit. I really think he could have got a +2 to 84. I still think this is going to be you make some stubs. This is why 82s are not my favorite to invest in. I really like investing in 80, 81, or 84s. Anything in between, the ROI is a little bit lower. Like, he gets the +1, but you're only making about 33% profit. But he still goes, and he's a solid long-term play, guys. I would probably personally be holding on to Brian Wu and seeing how his next couple starts go. Jarren Duran, he gets a +1. You'll like to see it. Now, I was a little concerned. Obviously, there's the PR image of this guy. He had that little incident a couple weeks ago, right? So I was honestly scared they weren't going to touch him at all. But he's been playing good enough for an upgrade. I said he was kind of due a power boost, too, that he didn't necessarily get the last couple times by. They give him the +5 power, right? He goes +1. I'd probably sell Jarren Duran at 83 overall. Freddie Fermin, +1. I heard some people mentioning him. Harris goes down. Hoffman the same. Oh, man. Okay. I'm calling my bank right now. We're going to unload. We're going to sell the house, sell the mortgage. We're going all in on Ryan Walker. If you can get... So, first of all, let the prices drop. Let the clowns, overpay for all this. We have another 3 weeks before the next update. But get Ryan Walker at 1250 or less, guys. This guy deserved to honestly be a diamond. I didn't think that. I thought they were going to give him a +2. They give him a +1, and this is definitely a major buy candidate for the next update. Zach Neto, +2. Solid right there. We talked about him this time by. Anybody else relevant or worth mentioning? Tanner Babi, +1. Nothing to talk about there. I mean, so far, I think it's a pretty solid roster update all in all. Now, I know there's probably some names missing. Again, every single person on my videos calls me a clown for not investing in Rafael Devers. And listen, guys, I've been here for years and years. Rafael Devers is a guy that San Diego Studios just never gives love to. You got to just acknowledge it, man. They're never going to bump him up, regardless of how he plays. So it's tough to see. Jazz Chisholm gets a boost, but his overall doesn't change. That's interesting. Blake Snell saying, okay, Blake Snell stays the same, and you got to think that it's because of his last start where he walked 6 batters in 3 innings. Honestly, I would probably be dumping the house into Blake Snell as well. I think that this is an overreaction to his last start. I think he probably still deserves to be looking like a +1 at least. So we did say sell off Blake Snell, but I do think you can probably buy back in when he goes back down the quick sell right here pretty safely. Justin Steele stays the same. Jake McCarthy with a nice +3. This was a guy in my video I said was a bit risky, but I said definitely a guy that I would personally be investing in for silver to gold potential. Gets a +3 to 81, and you can make a hefty amount of coins if you invested in him. Connor Wong downgrade. Ryan Jeffers goes from silver to gold. We didn't really talk about him too much. Bailey Ober stays the same. And actually, we had our pitcher. We had good talk about do the pitcher projection, and he was looking like a +0.3. So honestly, I was hoping he could get a +1, but he didn't finish off strong enough. Stayed the same. Still probably a long-term hold, a pitcher flip, a guy you can buy back into, but it's just sad he didn't get the +1 as of right now. Brent Rooker goes from 78 to 81. Makes a good chunk of change for some people who was invested in him. Not me. Jackson Chorio, 77 to 81. Okay. Ernie Clement goes silver to gold. Kershaw is gold. That's sad. This is sad. This is like an anti-wholesome moment. Kershaw is no longer diamond. He's been diamond for 15 years, it feels like. Bohm gets a downgrade. Darno gets a +1. Ademis goes -1. Jose Iglesias goes silver to gold. Seth Lugo gets a downgrade. Trying to see if we got anything else. Gary Sanchez, silver to gold. Very interesting. Lucas Urcheg. A lot of people were investing in this guy right here from the Discord. Goes from 76 to 80. A huge jump. You better thank your lucky stars that this guy didn't get a +3, and he would have got a +3 without a position change. His position was changed to closer, and I'm thinking that it might have helped you guys out a little bit. I'd probably sell off at 80 overall, although he is a bit of a longer-term play considering how well he's playing. There was a huge amount of players, it looks like, that went silver to gold. Miguel Rojas, Colton Cowser, Matt Chapman, Mason Wynn, Pasquantino, Framber almost went silver to gold. And looking at his stats, guys, Framber Valdez could be the next guy we potentially invest into a little bit. So that's somebody to look into. Hal goes down. Nick Lodalo, rip, goes down. Blake Perkins goes up. So honestly, Blake Perkins going up might be a bit of a longer-term investment type play right here to go gold next time by. Cutter Crawford goes down. Kirk goes +1. Not sure how that happened. Hunter Gaddis goes +1. And looking at his stats, I think this is another guy we could potentially be investing in. Shelby Miller +1. Vientos stays the same. Wasn't really too high on him just because of his high hitting stats already. Said it was a bit of a riskier play, and it seems that I was right. I wonder if the position change hurt him a little bit. Kind of sucks, but Alex Call goes 73 to 78. This is the type of player, guys, you want to be investing in. I mean, look at the big contact boost this guy got. He got a huge boost to contact, and basically he got boosted to relevancy. So Robbie Ray, did he implode or something? Because I feel like he was due a bigger boost. I'm glad I said pump the brakes. Like I said, guys, you can't rely on more than a +2 on these players, which, you know, you got to be smart. Tyler Fitzgerald goes +8. Wow. People were mentioning him in the comments to me a lot. And really, I think that's as far down as we have to go when we're looking at the roster update. You know, a lot of these guys down here, people probably weren't investing in bronze to gold this late in the season. So let me know, guys, you know, who did you have? They obviously got the boost. Who do you think they did right by? Who do you think they did wrong by? Rizel Iglesias, my man. Join the Discord, show some support. Peace out. Thanks for watching.